Everyone would turn their face away upon seeing this child, poor, a beggar. No one even thought he was worthy of sitting in a class. But the day the teacher called him to the board, he solved a math problem in just 10 seconds that even the toppers couldn't do. The whole school went silent, and what happened the next moment changed this child's life forever. Friends, it was morning time. Children, wearing their clean uniforms, were running towards their classrooms laughing and playing. But far away from that crowd, a thin, skinny boy in torn clothes was hunching over by the roadside with a large sack. He was picking plastic from a garbage dustbin. His name was Arav, 13 years old, but he carried the burden of a 25-year-old's responsibilities on his face. His hair was full of dust, scratches on his hands, but there was a strange sparkle in his eyes, that sparkle which hides in the brain of a genius child. Arav used to smile every morning seeing the crowd of school kids. He loved school very much, but poverty had snatched away his right to education. He would stand at a distance and peek inside through the school window, as if he was watching another world. Today was the math period in class. Professor Shekawa entered the class, the city's strictest and most intelligent teacher, about whom it was said that he didn't teach wrong even by mistake. The class was completely quiet. Vivek sir said, "Today I am going to give you the world's most difficult math problem." All the kids were startled. The class topper, Raghav, sat up proudly tilting his neck. He believed he could solve everything. Vivek sir started writing a very long and tangled equation on the blackboard. All the kids kept staring. Lines, integrals, roots, fractions, questions that even many kids in college haven't seen. Arav, who was picking trash outside, was watching every symbol being made on the board through the window. His breath got stuck. This question was like a treasure to him. Vivek sir put the chalk down and said in a grave voice, "This is the world's toughest question. Whoever solves this, their name will be written in golden letters in the history of this school." An uproar began in the class. All the kids took out their pens and notebooks and tried hard. Raghav filled a whole page with formulas. When Mithila tried to take out a calculator, Sir scolded her. The air in the class became heavy. 20 minutes passed. Sir started checking each notebook. Mistakes everywhere. Sir said, "Don't rush. Copy this into your notebook. Whoever solves this by tomorrow, I will give them a prize." The bell rings. Kids run with their notebooks, worry on everyone's face. How will this math be solved? School was over. Kids were walking out of the gate swinging their bags. But there was one kid outside who wasn't going anywhere. Arav. That kid was staring at the blackboard. When the last child left, Arav slowly went near the window. He leaned in and looked at the full question. Every symbol, every number, every pattern he scanned into his tiny brain. Arav whispered to himself, "It is hard, but not impossible." He picked up his sack and ran fast towards his slum. Arav's hut was in the last row of the slum. A broken door, a leaking roof, inside a clay stove and a broken cot. His mother had gone out for labor work. Arav went straight to the bathroom, on the walls of which old equations were already written. He wrote the school question on the wall with coal very attentively. The wall turned completely black, but the light in Arav's eyes kept increasing. He sat for hours, first a wrong path, then a second wrong path, then a third path, but suddenly a faint smile appeared on his face. He could see the pattern. His fingers started dancing on the wall. Symbols, numbers, logic, everything started coming under his control. 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Finally, he stood up and smiled. It was done. He had found the exact correct solution to the world's toughest math problem. That kid who never even went to school. The next day, no kids had arrived at school yet. The guard at the gate was dozing off. Seeing the opportunity, Arav climbed over the wall and entered inside. He reached the classroom. He cleaned the board and wrote the step-by-step solution in his unique style. The whole board was filled with equations, a solution that would surprise even a college professor. He didn't write his name, nothing. He just left quickly and started picking trash at his usual spot outside the school. Class starts at 9 a.m. All kids run inside. But as soon as the teacher comes in, he freezes. His eyes go wide. His breath stops. On the board, yesterday's tough question was fully solved. Sir walked forward slowly. Every step, every logic, every calculation was absolutely perfect. He said loudly, "Who did this?" The whole classroom was stunned. No sound. Raghav stood up and said, "Sir, we didn't do this." The teacher shouted, "Whoever did this, come forward. You have made the impossible possible." But no one stands up. No sound comes. All kids are surprised. Who is this genius? The teacher's voice becomes heavier. "If you come forward, I will give you a prize. I will honor you in front of the whole school." Still, no one comes. The whole classroom is quiet. This wasn't just wonder. This was history. Silence still reigned in the classroom. Seeing the perfect answer to the first question, there was both wonder and curiosity on Teacher Shekhawat's face. But when no one answered, no one came forward to confess. A strange restlessness grew in his mind. He kept staring at the blackboard, as if it was a dream. The question was extremely difficult, and the solution was of a professor's level. The teacher sighed and turned to the kids saying, "Okay, if no one wants to come forward, then I am giving another problem." Murmurs started in the class. All the kids were truly scared, but the teacher's face was now even more serious than before. The teacher picked up the chalk. Large crooked symbols started appearing on the blackboard. Numbers, signs, infinity symbols, complex variables. So difficult that the kids just kept watching. When he finished writing the question, he put down the chalk and said, "It took me 10 years to solve this math problem myself." The class was shocked. 10 years. Some kids looked at each other. Someone closed their book. Someone put their pen down. The teacher said slowly, "You will get a few days' time. Solve it slowly and carefully." And the bell rang. Kids started leaving the class slowly. Outside the school window stood that thin boy with disheveled hair. Arav, that kid who picks trash, who had neither notebook, nor book, nor pen. But his brain wasn't like the world. It ran by its own rules. All the kids left. The teacher also went to the staff room. But Arav stayed standing right there, staring at that question, as if only numbers were floating in his eyes. After a while, he slowly moved forward and went near the window to read the full question. His breathing became fast. His heart started pounding. This question wasn't just hard, but it was such that it takes years just to understand. But there was no fear in Arav's eyes, only curiosity and a strange sparkle. He memorized the entire question and then picked up his sack and ran towards his small room. Arav's room was dark. There was no light. Dampness on the walls. The bulb in the small bathroom didn't even light up. But today he didn't need any light. The whole world was glowing in his brain. He picked up that old coal again and took down the question on the wall. Numbers started spreading on the wall. Some were complex equations. Some were trigonometry. Some were series going up to infinity. Arav's brain kept running continuously. Sometimes he would sit leaning against the wall. Sometimes he stood drawing long lines. Time kept passing. The night grew deep. The outside world fell asleep. But in that dark room, a child was fighting alone with the whole world. With numbers, with the question, with hunger, with fate. Many times he would get tired but wouldn't stop. His eyes had that addiction which resides within a genius. And finally, just before dawn, the math problem was solved. Absolutely correct, absolutely perfect. Arav's eyes lit up. Before the sun rose, Arav reached the school again. The classroom was empty. The window was half open. He entered inside and stood in front of the blackboard. Slowly, with trembling hands, he wrote the entire solution on the board. Not a single mistake, not a single step missing. As the work finished, there was satisfaction on his face. But behind that satisfaction was fear too, lest someone catches him, lest someone asks him. He started to go out. Just then a voice came from behind. "Stop." He froze. His heartbeat stopped for a second. He turned around to see Teacher Shekhawat standing at the door. Arav trembled in fear. He had no words to say. He just ran, with full strength, as if his life was in danger. The teacher tried to chase him, but he ran through the slums and vanished in a moment. He slowly advanced towards the blackboard. His breathing was getting fast. His eyes were widening. And when he saw the full solution, he was stunned. The entire solution was absolutely correct, even more excellent than before. The teacher's lips were trembling. The question that took me 10 years to solve, he did it in one day. Who is this boy? Who is this kid? Without studying in school, without having paper and pen, solving such a question. This child wasn't just a genius, this was a miracle. Teacher Shekawat was standing in front of the blackboard. That wonder was still in his eyes, that restlessness, and now a new feeling, a strong thirst to know the truth. He tried to sit on the chair but couldn't. Only one thought was ringing in his mind: who was that kid? Just a few minutes ago, a thin boy was standing in front of him, nervous, trembling, and then he flew away like a leaf. Which school kid solves questions that take big doctors and professors years to understand? Which student is at school at 5 a.m., sitting in the chair? His eyes got wet. He felt that this boy is fighting with his own world, and perhaps he needs him. Until noon, the teacher asked many kids, "Did anyone come early in the morning? Did anyone see anyone?" Everyone's answer was the same: "No, sir. No one knows him. No one saw him." This proved only one thing: he is not a student of this school. The teacher now started feeling that the path to the truth lay outside the school. During lunchtime, he took a water bottle from the staff room and went out through the back gate of the school. His gaze was not on the kids, but on the alleyways, the slums, the piles of garbage. He had only one suspicion. His clothes, his fear, his nervousness said only one thing: the sun was radiating heat. In the heat, even the wind felt tired, but the teacher's speed didn't decrease. He walked on small narrow roads where kids don't play, they work. Alleys full of the smell of garbage, dilapidated huts, wires hanging overhead, a suffocating atmosphere of poverty everywhere. At one spot, some kids were sorting plastic with sacks. The teacher asked slowly, "Was any of you around the school in the morning?" "A boy, thin and torn clothes, do you know?" The kids shook their heads silently. Some looked at him only with fearful eyes. Then a small boy hesitated and said, "Sir, that might be Arav." The teacher's breath got stuck. "Where does Arav live?" The child pointed his finger towards the depth of the slum. "In that back line. There's no light in his room either, sir." The teacher reached where the kids had said. A small hut with half the wall standing, half broken. No door, just an old curtain. No sound was coming from inside. The teacher gently moved the curtain, and as he looked inside, his feet froze on the ground. The walls, the entire bathroom was filled like a small slate. Some were equations, some were trigonometry signs, some were long calculations, some were graphs, some were infinite series written with coal, some erased, some dark. This wasn't a poor person's room wall. This was the mind of a genius. The teacher's eyes filled up. "This kid lives here." He touched the wall with trembling hands. Every mark was telling a story of dreams, of struggle, of loneliness. Just then, the sound of slow walking came from behind. The teacher turned. That boy was standing at the door. Arav, tired, covered in dust, shivering. There was fear in his eyes, not of getting caught, but of hiding. The teacher wanted to say something, but the words got stuck in his throat. Then the teacher said in a slow voice, "Arav, did you solve all this?" Arav looked down, slowly nodded his head. His eyes filled up. "Sir, I didn't do anything wrong, did I?" Hearing just this, tears rolled down the teacher's eyes. He went forward and put his hand on Arav's shoulder. "Wrong? Arav, you have done what I might not have been able to do in a lifetime." Arav raised his head and looked at the teacher for the first time. In that gaze, there was a mix of fear and hope. And for the first time, the teacher felt this child is not just a genius, he is India's treasure. His heart became heavy. For a school teacher to see such talent in a child, it was like finding a gold mine. He said slowly, "Arav, do you know what you have done?" Arav kept his gaze fixed on the ground. He neither said yes nor remained silent. The teacher slowly went near him and said, "These walls, these calculations, this is above any school topper, Arav." Arav's eyes started getting wet. He whispered, "I like studying, sir, but school is beyond my means." There was shame in his speech, helplessness too, and suppressed crying inside. Shekawat's voice choked up. "Arav, is school beyond your means, or did the school never give you a chance?" For a while, the air stood still. Waves of memory crashed in Arav's eyes. Those days when he saw another kid holding a book, when he stood outside the school and peeked through the window, when he had to go pick garbage, even though he was of playing age. His voice was weak. It is hard to even get food at home, sir. Where will school fees come from? The teacher's fist clenched tight. Such a talented kid is unable to study just for lack of money. This was injustice. Open, naked, bitter injustice. He immediately said, "You will study in my school from tomorrow, Arav. Don't worry about the fees. I will handle it." Arav was startled. His breath seemed to stop. "Sir, really? Sir, yes, really." Silence prevailed for a few seconds. Arav constricted his throat and his lips trembled. "But sir, I pick garbage." His voice broke. In his words, there was fear of society, ridicule, fear of insult. "If the kids know, if someone recognizes me," the teacher held his hand. "If someone makes fun of you, I will stand in front of them first." Arav looked up straight at the teacher for the first time. In it, for the first time, fear was less and trust was more. Suddenly two voices came from outside. Sharp, angry, harsh. The teacher went out. Two men were standing, maybe laborers from the slum itself. One said, "Sahab, what are you talking about with Arav?" The teacher said, "I wanted to know about him." The second man laughed a bitter laugh and said, "Sahab, Arav is not made for studies. He fills his stomach by picking garbage. Don't expect anything from him. Such kids don't fit in rich people's schools." Hearing this, the teacher's blood began to boil. He said in a stern voice, "Talent doesn't mix with the soil. But if the vision is dirty, all diamonds look like garbage." Those two men made faces and left. But Arav had also heard these words. He felt the world reminded him again and again, "You are a garbage-picking boy. You can't do anything." Fear returned to his eyes again. The teacher came back to the hut. Arav was standing right there, silent, scared. Shekawat put his hand on his head. "Arav, if you are ready, then I won't just take you to school. I will take you to that place where I will see you become the world's greatest mathematician." Arav's lips trembled. "Sir, can I really do it?" The teacher smiled. "You have already done what even professors can't do. Now you just need an opportunity." Something broke inside Arav and joined again. A new light lit up in his heart. And joined again. A new light lit up in his heart. Teaching Arav wasn't easy. He was poor. He was scared. He had little belief in himself. But the teacher decided, come what may, this kid will see the world and the world will see him. That night the teacher reached the principal's house. He told everything: the garbage-picking kid, the solution on the wall, the symbols written on the ground. "Sir, we have to take that kid forward. That kid is Hindustan's treasure." The next morning the school put up a notice. The boy who solves this math will be given a full scholarship, boarding and lodging facilities, and an annual prize. And at that time Arav was standing outside the school reading the notice. In his eyes there was not fear, but hope. For the first time, he felt maybe this world is not like him, but it can make a little space for him. The teacher saw him from afar. This time he didn't call. He just smiled and took out that paper from his diary, on which he had written, "India's first garbage-picking math genius." Arav looked at him and smiled, as if saying, "I am coming," just gathering a little courage. And with that smile, a poor kid, who used to solve math on walls at night hiding from the world, took the first step towards his new life today. Arav picked up the chalk. His hand was trembling, not from the fear of math, but from the gaze of so many people. The teacher understood. He said in a slow voice, slowly, "This isn't a wall, but this is also your board." Arav took a deep breath and started writing. His hand wasn't trembling anymore. He was flying. One by one symbols started appearing, just the way he used to make on the wall at night. 10 minutes, then 20. The whole school stood holding their breath. And then the last line, the final step, the solution. As soon as the teacher saw the answer, tears came to his eyes. Correct, absolutely correct. Someone among the kids clapped, then the rest, then the whole class. Then the whole school shook with applause. Today for the first time someone had praised a garbage-picking kid, and that too loudly. The principal came running. "From today, this kid will be given our school, our hostel, our food, and all our facilities for free." Arav trembled. I can study here." The teacher put his hand on his shoulder. "You won't just study. You will teach the world." While leaving school that day, there was no sack in Arav's hand. He had left it right there, near the garbage, where his fate had once lain. Now he won't pick up that sack anymore. Now he will pick up equations. Now he wasn't a garbage-picking boy, but a knowledge-picking boy. So friends, this was our video for today. Let us know in the comments how you liked this video. Friends, these are not stories from the Quran and Hadith. These are constructed based on real events in our society and described using Quran and Hadith. On how these can be solved, let us know in the comments which country you are watching the video from. Friends, if you want to watch such Islamic stories and educational videos, subscribe to our Basran YouTube channel right now. So, see you in some next video. Until then, may Allah Almighty grant us all the ability to stay on the right path. Ameen summa ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.